semi-automatic die change system is designed to quickly and easily facilitate die changes for press application. A die can be situated on the die cart in preparation for the next production run, and then located in front of the press for the exchange. Dies of different size and shoe thickness can be mounted on the common plate. The common plate alleviates the problems encountered when attempting to roll dies without flat surfaces. Further, it allows for instant location and clamping on the bolster regardless of size or shape. The die cart has two loading stations, which allows the next die, already mounted on the common plate, to be rolled onto the loading station. The die cart is driven by an electric motor and is controlled by the hand-operated pendant. The die cart is then moved to the press for the die change. As the open unloading station of the die cart approaches the front of the press, the stop button is depressed. As the cart hits the limit switch on the floor, the cart slows and the locator pin drops into the locator hole, completely stopping the die cart. Simultaneously, the cart is positioned exactly at the designated location. On completion of the previous run, the press was stopped with a slide at the bottom of the stroke. The die change selector switch of the control unit is set to the die change position, which allows the press to operate in the inching mode only. Completion of the following conditions will permit the die clamping circuit to be released. Depressing the unclamp button activates the opening of the hydraulic clamps. The press slide is lifted during the inching mode and the lifters are raised. The lower clamps are manually removed from the die and hung on the hook below. The die is now ready for unloading. Maximum performance of the rollers on the die change system is essential for smooth operation. Some important features of the rollers are: 1. The die can be rolled by exerting the force of only 1/100th of the die weight. 2. Scrapers are provided on the lifters, rollers, and on the cart to remove dust and chips from the path of the rollers. 3. All rollers contain sealed needle bearings for maximum life and durability. The operator is now able to roll the die onto the open unloading station of the die cart. The die cart is then reactivated, positioning the new die in front of the press. The new die is then loaded onto the press and centered by the back locator provided on the press. The ram is lowered to the die by the inching mode, and the clamps are positioned and engaged onto the plate. The hydraulic clamps are pressurized by depressing the control buttons, indicating the clamping mode. The die change selector is set at the off position, and the operator ready switch is set to the regular operation position, and the press is now ready for the next production run. The first die can now be returned to storage. As shown, the press clamps are of two types: swing rod and piston style. The upper or swing rod clamps are engaged at the quick die change control panel. The requirements are that the die plates for the upper die shall remain constant from front to back, and that U-slots are provided for clamping. Swing rod clamps have limit switches to sense both the clamping mode and the unclamping mode to ensure safety and reliability to the machine and the operator. The lower, piston-style clamps are hydraulic TX clamps. They are engaged manually by the operator, placing them onto the die plate. A U-cut in the plate is required as well. These clamps have a total stroke of 3 millimeters and an additional safety stroke of 2 millimeters for a total stroke of 5 millimeters. Now, some important safety features incorporated into the system. The hydraulic power unit model UP2-2 consists of a pump, tank, air pressure regulator, and gauge. This unit produces 3,660 psi of hydraulic pressure with 70 psi of air supply. As opposed to an intensifier, the volume of oil displaced is constant and not limited to a single stroke. Keeping the oil pressure at the rated level makes the UP series ideal for a wide range of clamping applications. The Pascal non-leak solenoid operated valve model VS2 DDF is used in conjunction with the control panel. Model D is provided for clamping, and Model F for the die lifter circuits. These valves include a pressure switch that will shut down the press in case of accidental pressure loss. The valve, however, will retain its pressure for weeks, even if the air supply has been cut off. The pressure switch will not allow the press to operate unless the hydraulic pressure is at the proper level. It will also stop the press operation if the pressure drops below the set level. A limit switch has also been incorporated into the die cart. Should the bumper encounter an obstacle in the path of the cart, it will automatically stop. Pascal Automation provides state-of-the-art componentry to meet the needs of just-in-time production, serving the needs of the metal stamping industry. Thank you for your interest in Pascal Automation. We look forward to serving the needs of our customers. All inquiries are welcome.